Peace. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tune on in, man, before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Just got some inspiration, man. Feeling real motivational today. Just want to pass along that energy, man. So give everybody a chance to tune on in before we start getting into the sermon, as they like to call it. Eli, peace. What's going on with you, my brother? How you living? Hopefully everybody is holding up. Anais, peace queen. What's going on with you? How you feeling? How you holding up? How you maintaining? Trabian, my brother, peace. What's going on? Antoinette, peace, queen. What's going on? Julie, peace. Shakir, peace. Anais, you already healed. You ain't even healing. You already healed. You already healed. That's where you at. Healing process is over. They say live as if you already accomplished what it is that you're striving to accomplish. So you already healed. Spoke it into existence, man. You just living out that reality. You living like you already healed. So that's what you are. You already healed. So how everybody holding up though, man? How y'all living out here? Need to pass along the good vibes, man. Like I said, be enough chaos out here, be enough negativity out here, man. We got to pass along that positive energy. So anytime, like I said, I'm feeling good, pass that energy along, that's what I'm gonna strive to do. That's what I'm gonna strive to do. All you gotta do is turn on television, man. All you gotta do is pop open the laptop, pop open your phone, and you're gonna see the negativity, you're gonna see the destruction. You gotta go searching. Gotta go searching for the positivity. You gotta go searching for the empowerment. Wisdom, what's going on with you? Oh, nice. Yeah, that sea moss. Sea moss supply you with that energy. Sea moss, that elderberry, man. Get your fruits in. It's all you need for the energy. But right now, I'm doing a knowledge to fasting, man. Like that's one of my favorite, things to study in regards to like the field of nutrition, health and nutrition. Man, I like to do the knowledge to fast, and I like to study fasting. Like I said, a lot of people got a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to fasting, man. But fasting is age-old technique that has been utilized, man, to just cure a lot of different ailments. Dominique, we already know, man, you're on job number 140. But yeah, man, fasting. Like right now, the book I'm reading right now, man, I brought this book up 2 or 3 streams ago, man. But this is a pretty solid book, man. It's real old book, man, but it's still relevant to the times, man. The Science and the Fine Arts of Fasting. Really powerful book, man, when it comes to fasting, man. I just recommend everybody indulge in some form of fasting. It's one of the best things you could do, not only for the body, but just for the mind. Fasting is very powerful, man. Like once you initially start, it's going to be rough, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes, man. And it's just cleansing. It's cleansing, man. But it's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to fasting and what it means and what happened to the body while you're fasting. A lot of people think that they're going to starve to death, which is crazy, man. You know how long your body can go way longer without the food. But it's crazy. People worry about, when you mention fasting, the crazy thing about it is people worry about starving. But these same people are not concerned with drinking water. So they'll openly express that they don't like drinking water. But then when it comes to fasting, they feel like they're going to starve because they don't have anything to eat or they're not eating anything. And we already know the body can go way longer without food than it can without water. But the people not concerned about drinking the water. But we concerned about not eating when somebody brings up fasting, which is always interesting, man. It's going to take a long time for your body to actually starve. So get your fasting on, man. Get you some fasting in on a weekly basis, man. Do you some form of fasting on a weekly basis, man. That's only going to serve your body and your mind right. Fasting is one of those practices that I always encourage people to do. Go 24 hours with that water, man. Just see how you feel. Just see how the mental feels after you do that. See how the body feels after you do that. Practice cleansing that body, man. Cleansing the body, cleansing the mind internally. So get your fasting in, man. Do you some cleansing, man. Do you some detoxes, whatever the case may be. Whatever you got to do to cleanse the inside, man. Do it. Do it, man, because a lot of us are backed up. A lot of us are very toxic, very acidic, man. So we just got to cleanse that. We got to become more alkaline, or we got to at least reach that balanced state. Y'all know how the pH scale go, man. We need to be right in that middle. But a lot of us, we not right in that middle. We leaning way more toward the acidic side. We leaning way more toward that acidic side, man. We all in the 5. We in the 4, the 5. Some of us at the 0. So we not even close to being in the center. We not even close. Nigel, peace, what's going on? So we just got to do what's necessary, man. We got to make little small changes, gradual changes, man, to our lifestyle, man, in order for us to really reach that optimal state of health, man. Like I said, I was talking to somebody. I was talking to the father of one of my clients, man. I trained his son. And we were just talking about, man, just, one of the things that sparked his interest in exercising and working out at the age that he's at. Like, he's about, 47, I believe. And he just got really into lifting weights and things of that nature. Better late than never. And he was like, people was asking him, what is he getting into working out and all that now for? And he was like, man, he just want to be around for his kids. He don't want to rely on medication. He don't want to rely on pills. He want to live a decent quality of life as he grows in age. And that's all that the key is, man. That's the key. That's the key, man. I got people in my family right now, man. I know people, man, that's suffering from all type of ailments. They on all type of medication that, like, man, it's like some of these people are young too. And they on all these different medications. And what happens is, man, it becomes a problem. When you become dependent on this medication, it becomes a problem because the medication never gets to the root cause of the issue. Never gets to the root cause of the issue. So anytime, like I said, the last live, anytime you get that headache, man, you reaching for the medication instead of getting to the root cause of the headache. When your blood pressure starts to increase, you're reaching for this medication instead of trying to get to the root cause of the blood pressure being high. So you never really want to be dependent upon medication to solve your issue at all. DJ Elmo, peace, what's going on? Nigel, that's all it does. It suppresses it to the point where what's going to happen is you get the headache, you get the first headache, then you take whatever the medication is, basically suppressing it. Then the next time you get a headache, the headache going to be a lot worse than that previous headache because you're not getting to the root cause of it. You're just suppressing the symptom. So every time that symptom comes back, it's going to be that much worse because you keep suppressing it. So we got to stop doing, man. You always want to get to the root cause, man. Get to the root cause of your issue. But a lot of us, man, we so dependent upon the medication. We think we need this medication for life. We think we need to be on the blood pressure pills for life. Come on, man. You don't need to be on any type of medication for life at all, especially when it's something like blood pressure. Blood pressure is essentially something that's easy to manage and get down by making some simple changes in your so-called diet. Yeah, wisdom, man. That fasting is crazy. But fasting is crazy. When you talk about fasting to the average person, whether it be black, white, Asian, whoever, when you talk about fasting to the average person, man, it's just crazy the responses that you get. It's crazy how people literally think that if you go a day without eating that you're gonna die. Like, that's crazy. I don't think people understand, just from an evolutionary standpoint, how wise the body is. Like, that's the whole reason why we store fat in the first place. So we can go long periods without eating food. So it's like, if you think going one day, listen, if it was that simple, then we would not have the obesity problem that we have in this country. If all people had to do was just not eat for one day and they would burn through all the reserves, then it would be a simple solution to the problem of obesity. But it's not a simple solution. So I don't know, for the life of me, I don't understand why people thinking that going one day without some food is going to kill them. That's all mental, man. You just program to eat. We program to eat the way that we do. We program to eat at the certain times that we eat. Like, it's certain things that just trigger that hunger. But we not really hungry, man. It takes a minute for you to reach the period of starvation or the starvation zone. So that's why, and in this book, it talks about it's a difference between fasting and starving. Big difference. It's a big difference between fasting and starving. Like starvation, pretty much you being denied food. You being like the food is being rejected. Like you have no access to the food. Like fasting is more so of a choice, man. It's a cleansing mechanism, man. Like you're not being denied any food. You're not being denied any food. Like that's what starvation is. You being denied food. For whatever reason, you being denied the food. Fasting is a totally different ball game. Dominique, no doubt. And like I tell people a lot of times too, if you want to take your health to the next level and you want to shred up that midsection, do you some fasted cardio. So fast before you do some cardio, man, that'll take you to the next level as far as getting shredded, you know what I'm saying, burning fat and things of that nature. King Grady, Sasha, Montel, peace. What's going on with y'all? Oh yeah, wisdom, most definitely. Everybody is an addict. And for the most part, we addicted to the things that are not necessarily that good for us. So we all got addictions that we battle with, that we battling with. Oh, Nigel, don't even get me started on that. Then you got people telling you to eat 5 or 6 small meals a day. Now, depending on what your actual, you know what I'm saying, depending on what your goal is, your health goal. Well, like yeah, for the most part, man, we don't necessarily be needing those 3 meals a day, especially the type of meals that we consume. So for the 3 meals a day, that whole little theory that they gave us, so 3 meals a day, not only can that be a little rough and taxing on the digestive system, but for the most part, man, we eat terrible foods for those 3 meals. I mean, we eating some of everything that's toxic within those 3 meals, and some of this food take hours to days to process. So if you listen, you're not even giving your body a chance to process that last meal because 3 hours after that, you consuming another meal filled with toxic foods. And we wonder why we so tired all the time. You wonder why you so tired all the time, but you continue to feed yourself this toxic food that's forcing the digestive system to put in overtime. Like that's why you are tired. So you can pop all the pills that you want. You can take all the energy drinks that you want. You can do all of that. But man, your body is literally shutting down because you are overworking it. You feeding it the wrong foods. Even the energy drinks that you drinking are the wrong beverages. That's taxing the system. So all of this stuff is draining you. All of this stuff is draining you, man. For some reason, they done made us deviate from nature when it comes to getting energy. Like, man, they didn't have Red Bulls back in the day. They didn't need Red Bulls, man. They just ate the fruit. For the life of me, I don't understand why it doesn't register to people that you don't need coffee, you don't need Red Bull, you don't need these energy drinks. All you simply need is fruit. Because the first thing people tell you, all that fruit, man, that's that sugar. Like people know fruit supplies you with energy. But we drinking coffee and we out here drinking Red Bulls and Monsters and all these energy drinks that's out here instead of just grabbing you some fruit. That fruit gonna do you way better than the coffee. It's gonna do you way better than the energy drink, and that's just a fact. Yeah, wisdom, like I said, and even with that, man, you just listen to the body. You just listen to the body, man, because when I go to the store, man, when I buy what is labeled organic for the most part, and I do the test that I told y'all about yesterday when you hold it up to the chest and see whether or not your body sways forward or backwards. See, that's the key, man. That's really the key to determining if things are good for you or not, man. Just hold it up to your body. Hold it up to that heart, get in that relaxed state while you're standing and see which way your body sways, man. If it goes forward, then that product is good for you. If it goes backwards, then that product is bad for you. Body not gonna lie to you. So you can always do that test, man. If you striving to figure out if something is good or bad for you, that test never fails, man. It only fails when it's like distorted and you're not in that relaxed state. But as long as you're able to stand up in that relaxed state with the product close to the heart, telling you you're gonna go forward or backwards. Yeah, Sasha. And some people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people do that, but they don't really go on extended fast. So when you tell somebody to fast about 2 to 3 days, then it's almost like you told them to fast for like a year or something. They can't process going without food for like 2 to 3 days. But man, that'll do your body, man, that'll do some wonders for your body and your mind. Just about 2 to 3 days straight water. DJ Elmo, I am nowhere near a fan of the keto diet. Cannot stand the keto diet. Hate it with a passion. And hate is a strong word. I do not like the keto diet. I just don't like it. When you study the healthiest populations on the planet, none of those populations consume a diet that revolves around a bunch of protein. The healthiest populations on the planet, man, they all eat carb-based type of diets and regimens. All of them, every last one of them. You study the healthiest populations on the planet, 98% of them consume carb-based diets, if not 99.9. But I cannot stand the keto diet. But the thing about the keto diet, see, a lot of people getting their feelings when they hear me talk about the keto diet. But the thing about it is, I've never denied the fact that when you initially get on the diet, you're going to lose weight. So you're gonna lose the weight when you get on the keto diet. When you get on any diet of that matter, like you're gonna lose some weight. But it's the long-term ramifications behind the keto diet, man, that makes it unhealthy and that makes it destructive. And then the moment you get off of the keto diet, you're done. And that's just not how the body is naturally designed. It's not naturally designed to thrive on that keto diet. That's why a lot of people get on a keto diet and they are irritable, like their mood is trash, like the energy is low, because that's just not how the body is wired for the most part. Now, of course, everybody is different, but for the most part, man, the body is not designed to thrive on that type of regimen. Hence why a lot of people, when they get on it, man, they just like mentally just can't tolerate it. Because once again, carbs have never been an enemy. Now, if you rewind it, maybe 30, 40, 50 years ago, instead of carbs being an enemy, guess what the enemy was? It was fats. So it's like they are always changing the enemy. So some years ago, 50, 60 years ago, carbs were cool. You could eat all the carbs you want. It was the fat that you had to limit. So the fat was the culprit. Now the carbs have become the problem. I wouldn't be surprised if 40 years from now, protein is the problem, which protein is a problem. So about 40 years from now, you're going to see people talking about exactly what I've been talking about in regards to ODing on protein. Protein is going to become the new enemy. Guarantee you that. So they're going to have low protein, high carb, high fat diets. I guarantee you that's going to happen. I guarantee y'all 100% that that's going to happen, because it's already enough information out here that corroborates what I'm saying, that confirms and validates what I just said. Like the book Proteinaholic that I got, man, that book breaks down our obsession with protein and just how too much protein is just taxing on the kidneys and just how it leads to diabetes, obesity, all these other ailments. So give it about 30, 40 years. Then their research will catch up, because we already know who profits and who benefits from high protein diets. We already know what industries: the dairy industry, the egg industry, and the meat industry. They benefit from a keto type of lifestyle. They benefit from it. Really no difference between the keto lifestyle and what was it, the Atkins diet? Like the Atkins diet, that's basically the keto diet is the up-to-date version of that diet, I believe. But I'm about to pull up some information in regards to that though. I'm gonna pull up some information in regards to the Atkins the Atkins diet, just in case y'all don't know. Just in case y'all don't know. Not, like I said, the keto diet is basically the modern version of that type of diet. Low carb, high protein type diet though. And the reason why I wanted to look this up, because they was trying to conceal this, man. But people know the Atkins dude, man, the dude that came up with the Atkins diet, man. I wanted to bring this up to show y'all how they be trying to cover up. They be trying to cover up the truth. I wanted to pull this up on Wikipedia, man, because they try to cover this truth up. The dude that came up with the Atkins diet, man, dude had a multitude of like heart conditions and heart ailments and whatnot, man, trying to follow that lifestyle that was unhealthy. But then when you go look him up on Wikipedia, this is what they say. Listen to this. An illegally obtained medical report issued by the New York Medical Examiner's Office a year after his death suggested that Atkins had a history of heart attack, congestive heart failure, and hypertension. According to Dr. Stuart Trager, chairman of the Atkins Physician Council, a group of physicians who work as consultants to the Atkins organizations, this report contained incomplete medical records and that Dr. Atkins did not have a history of heart attack. Instead, according to Traeger, Dr. Atkins had cardiomyopathy, a heart muscle disease that was probably caused by a virus, not his diet. See what I'm saying? See how they do you? See how they do you? This dude came out with that low carb, high protein diet, and that diet was essentially killing him. Then they had to clean it up and say he had a heart muscle disease that was probably caused by a virus and not his diet. Come on, man. And guess what? People will look that up and people will fall for that. People will say, oh, well, his heart condition, his heart disease, or whatever the case was, it wasn't caused by his diet. It was caused by a virus. Well, we didn't already did the knowledge to a virus. A virus can't thrive in a healthy environment. So the simple fact that the virus was able to thrive and do damage to his heart lets you know that his inner environment was not healthy. But you look it up, they tried to clean it up. That man had a bunch of heart ailments, man. He had heart disease, basically, and it was caused because of that high protein lifestyle, but they're not going to admit it, though. They're going to cover it up. They're going to say it was an illegal report that was released, like all that type of stuff. So I find that funny, man. I find it hilarious that they be trying to clean that type of stuff up. They don't want to admit the truth. They don't want to tell you that this dude, his heart was suffering because of that garbage diet. Oh yeah, Sasha, the quick fix is always that's always what people want, that quick fix. They always want that quick fix. The microwave generation. Deep Locket, Peace, what's going on? Oh, nice. You did 30-day joint? I ain't ever went 30. I went about like 7. Eli, man, if you're trying to get rid of acne, man, I definitely recommend a water fat. Just drink more water, too. I had acne problems, man. When I eliminated sodas and all that type of stuff and just started drinking more waters, man, that did it for me. And then, of course, just eat your greens and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You eat your dark leafy greens, man. You eat your veggies and you get your fruits in, man. The acne will be gone. But, man, drinking water is the most important thing you can do for that skin. Drink that water. Dominique, man, people, listen, we take the heart for granted. We take the heart for granted. We take the heart for granted, man. We take the heart for granted and we take breathing for granted, man. We just take those things for granted. We got to show more gratitude to the heart, man. And then the fact that we breathing, man. But we take those things for granted. We definitely neglect the heart out here. Freezing the game. Yeah, we in it for the long run. So once your body adapt and adjust, you're gonna be good. Cause like I said, that's all I utilize to fuel myself. And I run circles around people who drink coffee and energy drinks, but I'm never as tired as they are. And then like just eating light meals, man. That just like again, you eat heavy meals, man. That's gonna tear your system down. So that's why a lot of people also be tired and fatigued, lethargic. Eat those heavy meals, man, heavy acidic meals. I keep it light, especially when I know I got things to do. When I got things to do and I need to be alert, I'm eating light. I'm not going to eat anything heavy. So if I got things to do, man, and it requires my concentration, my focus, my attention, eating light, not eating anything heavy, man, not eating anything toxic, man. I'm going to keep it clean. Swag, what's going on with you? Wisdom, no doubt, man. When you get used to it, it's easy. Now fasting ain't nothing when you get used to it. Sasha, man, that definitely could be something that's stress related, or like you said, you could be having a reaction to something, especially like the cleaner your body gets, like the more sensitive it becomes. Like that's what happened to me. Like I was having reactions to things I never would have had a reaction to when I was eating toxic foods and things of that nature. But when I started to cleanse myself and eat better, I started having reactions to certain things, man. Like my skin became ultra sensitive. So I had to pay way more attention to the things that I was putting on my body, man, because my body is now it's way too sensitive now. But it could be stress, but it also could be the shaver. You never know. Deep Locket for the testosterone. Best thing for you to do for that, work out, man, and then just eat your greens. Hey, Jive Films, man, appreciate that purchase on that book, man. Appreciate that support. Yeah, Dominique, man, they always lie, man. They always trying to fabricate, eliminate the evidence. They always trying to do that. All right, Reggie, what you say? You say, I know this off topic, but what does it mean when people see a light in you that they either dislike or hate on you for no reason? So basically saying, what does it mean when people say they see a light in you? I look at that like, man, when people when they say they see that potential in you, man, that light to us, the light represents like truth. It just represents a form of power, man. So it's like when people say they see that light in you, they see that power in you. They see that power in you that separates you from the rest. They see that you are not like everybody else. So when people look at you, man, and they pick up on that vibe and they say they see that light in you, they basically saying that they see something special in you, that you are not like everybody else out here, man. So when somebody tells you that, that's essentially what they are saying to you, man. They see a light in you, they see what makes you unique, or they see is something in you that makes you unique, that separates you from the rest, the masses, and that you need to continue doing what it is that you're doing. And don't let anybody change you. Sasha, I get into the meat discuss. I get into that discussion at least once a week, and a lot of times I indirectly find myself having conversations about needing to eat meat and whatnot. Like a lot of people won't let me be vegan in peace, man. I could be having a conversation with a client, and the client could be asking me about the vegan lifestyle, and I just start breaking it down, and then they can say how they either experimented with it or want to experiment with it, and then someone always tries to intervene, trying to tell me about not, you know what I'm saying, why we need to eat meat or how some meats are not bad. It's like, man, just let me be meatless in peace, sir. Because I can easily bring the evidence to shut it down, but I'm trying not to, man, because I know that a lot of people cling to meat, and I'm not necessarily trying to force veganism on everybody. But a lot of times when I just try to talk about my lifestyle after people ask me questions, then that's when people want to always try to intervene, trying to tell me what I'm doing is wrong. Like everybody's now a qualified nutritionist or dietitian or whatever the case may be. It's like, man, just chill out. Let me do what I do, man. I'm not losing a step in the weight room. I'm not losing a step with my health. So chill on out, man. They got too much evidence, too much information out here, too much data out here that kind of backs up going plant-based, kind of backs up going vegan. So just let me live, man. Unless you want me to come with the evidence. Unless you want me to come with the evidence. Hey, Dominique, I'm kind of glad you brought that up, man. I'm kind of glad you brought that up because to my religious folks, man, I want to break some things down, man, to my religious folks that's paying attention here, man. To my religious folks that's on here, man, I want to break some things down to y'all real quick so y'all know what it is, man. Just give me a second here. Let me find my notes here, man. But I got something for all my religious folks. Dominique just kind of sparked it. I got something for all my religious folks. Now, The crazy thing about this, man, when we talking about religion, I love when the topic of religion comes up, especially when it's pertaining to the Bible, and especially when it's pertaining to diet and how one should eat. Because if people just follow, like the people that are religious that follow the Bible, if people just follow the dietary restrictions that was in like the Old Testament, then we would be a healthy generation. We'd be a healthy population out here. I'm about to run off. Listen, do you know how many times fasting was mentioned in the Bible? Like, and I get the most resistance from religious folks when I talk about fasting. Everybody talks about the Daniel fast, but man, fasting is all throughout the Bible, man. It is all throughout the Bible. Matter of fact, I'm about to start reading I'm about to find a few verses for you. I'm about to find a few verses for y'all, man. Hold on. Let me read these verses here. Let me find these verses, man. Like, I don't understand for the life of me. The people that follow the Bible should be some of the healthiest people on the planet because they literally got the dietary guidelines that they need. All the stuff that I'm talking about is in the Bible. Being plant-based, being vegetarian, being raw. Like, all of this is in the Bible. Fasting, it's all in the Bible, literally. So if you just follow the Bible, you will be very healthy. But people don't follow that Bible. They want to go to the New Testament where everything was deemed clean that was once unclean. Like, nah, they want to do that. They want to do that, man. But I'm about to we're gonna drop some little jewels real quick. We're gonna drop some jewels. Look at this. Look at this. Luke 18:12. This is Luke 18:12 in the Bible. I fast twice a week and give a tenth of all I get. This is in the Bible. It's telling you I fast twice a week. Nowadays, they call that 5-2. That's a form of intermittent fasting. You eat 5 days and you fast for 2 days out the week. And the Bible is right here. I fast twice a week and give a tenth of all I get. There you go. So all the people that follow the Bible, if you're looking to lose weight, you got something right here. I fast twice a week. Fast twice a week. It's called 5-2 in modern terms. Why are y'all not doing this? If you follow the Bible and it's written right here, why are you not doing it? Why are you not doing it? It's right here. It's literally the guideline. It's literally the guideline. It's literally the guideline, man. Let me see if I can find some more, man. But fasting is all throughout the Bible. I mean, all throughout it. And y'all know I ain't religious, but my goodness. My goodness, when it's right in your face, if it's something that you follow that's telling you what to do, why would you not do it? Then we go Exodus 24:18 when it was talking about Moses went to the midst of the cloud and got him up into the mount, and Moses was in the mount 40 days, 40 nights. Man, Moses was fasting. Moses was fasting. He did an extended fast, man. Why would you not practice it? Why would you think? Here we go again. Exodus 34:28. We back to Moses fasting. Moses was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights without eating bread or drinking water. And he wrote on the tablets the words of the covenant, the 10 commandments. He was fasting. He was fasting. We gonna keep going. We gonna keep going, man. Fast. Everybody should be fasting, especially if you're religious. It's in your religion. Let's see. So now we talking about Elijah, man, and 1 Kings 19:8. So he got up and ate and drank, strengthened by that food. He traveled 40 days and 40 nights until he reached Horeb, the mountain of God. So he got up, ate and drank his last meal. Then he went 40 days, 40 nights without nothing because he was strengthened by that food that he had ate or that he had eat. Come on now, it's fasting again, man. Y'all know about the Daniel fast. We already know about that fast. I'm giving y'all all the fast, man. It's in the Bible, man. If you follow the Bible, man, there's no reason why you should be unhealthy because you got the guidelines right here. No reason. It's all throughout the Bible. It's telling you what to do. I'm fine. I'm about to find some more verses, man. Let me find some more verses. We can even go to Matthew 4:2. This talking about Jesus. After fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. Fasting once again. Fasting once again, man. I'm gonna just stop there, man. There's plenty of Bible. All you gotta do is look up Bible fasting. And you could look that up within any religion, man. Every religion, man, every spiritual group, everybody talks about fasting. So it's like, man, we be sitting around wondering what needs to be done. Stuff is right in our face. And it's been in our face since we've been born, since we been on this freaking planet, man. Like it's been there. It's been there, man. We listen, we know what to do. We just got to do it. We know what to do. We just got to do it. It's right there in your, just study your Bible. If you're religious, study your Bible, study your Quran, study your religion. I guarantee you every prophet within all these religions, I guarantee you they had a period where they fasted. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. You even if you listen, even for the white folks, even for the white folks, you study the Greek philosophers. Man, some of them were vegetarian and a lot of them fasted. Man, guess what? The Egypt, man, I think I got that somewhere in this book, man. I think I got that somewhere in this book. But it talks about Pythagoras, man, and how they traveled to the ancient mystery school in Egypt and how they pretty much got fasting from that particular school. So the Egyptians schooled them on fasting. Then they brought it back to in Greece. They brought it back to their people, and they had people fast before they, y'all know what Pythagorean was all about. Y'all know the Pythagorean theorem. So when he was teaching his students, he had them undergo a fast before he started like teaching them and things of that nature. He got that from the ancient mystery school. He got it from the ancient mystery school. Even like Socrates and all of them, man, they dealt with fasting. They dealt with being vegetarians. They dealt with all of this. They dealt with all of it, and they was taught that. They was taught that by our people. So it's nothing new under the sun, man. We be acting like we don't know what to do, but man, it's right here in your face. It's right there in your face. Right there in your face. Yeah, DJ Elmo. I mean, listen, the keto diet is just damaging because one of the main reasons the keto diet is damaging is because the too much focus is on protein. Like I said, and that's essentially gonna damage your kidneys and make you more susceptible to diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, hypertension, all that other stuff. Dominique, get that water in. DJ Elmo, you say, are there any research papers that show intermittent fasting can extend our lifespan? Yeah, I got a few, man. I got a few books where they talk about it. Few books where it's very qualified individuals that they conducted these studies themselves, not studies, but like they are practicing physicians and they had some of their clients undergo fast, like intermittent fasting and things of that nature. Definitely increase the lifespan. And the reason why, the reason why I say it increases lifespan because even in this book that I'm talking about, this book was written years ago, almost an ancient book. But the dude was talking about in this book how you had people that had tumor growth and whatnot, tumors, and how they had placed them on a certain fast and how that pretty much caused the tumor to shrink. So that in and of itself is increasing the lifespan. But intermittent fasting, I feel like, man, the less you eat, like the longer you live. You're not gonna find a person that consume like that just always eating that's gonna live a long time, man. It's just not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, man. Like the less you eat, man, the longer you gonna live, man. The lighter you eat, the longer you gonna live. Santriez, Joy the Serpent, Justin, peace. What's going on? Nice, man. That's what I be trying to tell them, man. Just let me be meatless in peace. That's it. Please let me be meatless in peace because I'm really trying. Sometimes I really don't be trying to bring that information to the table, man, because I know it can be overwhelming. Plus, I know you're not gonna be receptive to it. But I can tell you why your meat is trash. But I'm not trying to tell you why your meat is trash. I'm trying to let you come to that realization by yourself, without me having to appear as if I'm force feeding. Africa Rising, man. Amos Wilson, that's one of my favorite authors. Hey, Sasha, I appreciate that. Wisdom, and that's what I'm telling you. This was crazy. When I separated myself from religion, I'm telling y'all, when I separated myself from religion, I realized one thing. I adhere to more of the religious practices than the actual religious people. So I live more according to these religions than the people that actually follow the religions. I realized that when I separated myself from religion, and that's crazy to me. Nice, man. Fasting is essential. Fasting is required. Fasting is fasting is just necessary. Fasting is just definitely necessary. And Sasha, what you talking about? You say isn't religion just a belief system? Nah, see, I think that what makes something a religion, because instead of me dealing with religion, we talk about culture and something being a way of life. But when it comes to religion, for the most part, what separates the religion from something else is, for the most part, well, not even for the most part, a religion, they are going to subscribe to a transcendental being. They're going to subscribe to basically a god or something along those lines. So you're not going to find a religion that doesn't subscribe to a god or something along those lines. That's pretty much what makes it a religion at the end of the day. That's what makes it a religion at the end of the day. That belief in and of itself. I don't necessarily deal with beliefs when it comes to things like that. So that's why I am not religious at all, because I don't necessarily deal with beliefs. Like, I don't subscribe to anything along those lines. So the thing that most religions have in common, what that all of them have in common, is the fact that they probably subscribing to something, what people would call a higher power. You call God, a law, whatever it is that you refer to it as. They subscribe to something along those lines. Then underneath that, that's when they had their differences in regards to the doctrine. But at the base of it, at the foundation of most religions, they believe in what we call a mystery God. I don't subscribe to that. So that would by default make me non-religious. Just like, for the most part, a lot of Buddhists, like the Buddhists, for the most part, some of them do, man. They didn't mess around and start worshiping Buddha. But for the most part, the Buddhists, they really don't believe in a mystery God. They don't really pray to a God or something along those lines. That's why Buddhism is more so considered a culture instead of a religion. But they have made a religion out of it now because they started to worship, Buddha and things of that nature. But they don't necessarily, for the most part, they don't necessarily pray to like a god or a law, whoever you want to refer to it as. They don't do that. They don't do that. So that's why sometimes you would hear Buddhism not be referred to as a religion, but nowadays it more than likely is referred to as a religion because of the way that they have kind of worshipped Buddha. And people don't understand, when we say Buddha, people don't understand that basically just means the enlightened one. So everybody has the ability to be a Buddha. So people think Buddha is an actual person, like it was a person by the name of Buddha, but Buddha in and of itself is like a term. It's a status. It means the enlightenment. So you can become a Buddha, just like you can become a God. And like people don't be realizing that. People don't realize that. Just like even in the Bible, Jesus said, ye are all gods. Like you literally can become that. Just like you can become a Buddha. You can become the enlightened one. Nothing is stopping you from becoming that. Yeah, wisdom. I don't even listen. I don't even try to force the family members to do anything. Like I don't even bring it up anymore, because again, that just disappointment. Like you're gonna end up disappointed, frustrated, annoyed, whatever it is, you're just gonna end up like that. DJ Elmo, it's crazy that you mentioned that in this book that I'm talking about, The Science of and Fine Arts of Fasting. He talks about all the animals that have fasted and all the animals that fast, and he talks about hibernating animals. So he talks a lot about animals that fast, like in nature. So he talks a lot about that, man. He broke down a lot of animals that fast, man. It's some crazy stories of animals fasting that I had no idea about. Like I didn't know a lot of animals. I knew naturally that when the animal was sick or is sick, they naturally try to stay away from eating. But it's like animals be getting down out here in regards to just like the fasting and refraining from food. And like I said, I knew about the hibernation, knew about all of that. But man, it's a lot of it was interesting to read about the fasting in animals, man, just to really understand how natural fasting is when you just see how many animals just like fast. Like it was even like some certain animals, man, fast during the mating season. Like it was just crazy, man. Some of the information that was in the book, I'm like, wow. So it's like even the animals understand the power that's in fasting, but we don't understand the power in fasting. So that's just that was kind of crazy to me. The animals in nature, they understand the power in fasting. We the ones that don't understand the power in fasting for the most part. Ananias, yep, I drink the alkaline water. King Grady, you say, do you think they will require people to take the COVID vaccine? The answer to that is they will try to, but they're gonna fail. They're not gonna succeed because again, it's always ways around it. They're gonna try to make it to where you can't travel without the vaccine, you can't get in certain places without the vaccine. They're gonna try that until they get met with all this resistance. But I feel like they're gonna try it though. Yeah, wisdom. I mean, the reason why I gotta recommend fasting to them because again, like you said, it's hard to put them in that tropical environment. So I just gotta say, man, all right, man, try to fast or at least consume raw fruits and veggies, man, something. But we gotta do something that just cleanses the internal. Because man, we toxic, man. We acidic, all of that, man. So we gotta cleanse that eternal, man. We gotta refine ourselves, just mentally and physically. Yeah, Nias, they eat the church food. Then when it, like I said, when they criticize you for living according to the Bible, it's crazy. And I mean, the Bible tells you to fast and pray. Quran tells you to fast and pray. Like, and it's crazy. What you know? What's crazy? You know what's crazy? I've literally watched and witnessed like Christians, Catholics, Baptists. I've literally seen them criticize like Muslims during like Ramadan and things of that nature. Talk about I could never do that. I don't know why they do. Like I've literally watched. I'm like, man, the Bible is telling you to fast just as often. It's telling you to fast just as hard. So like I've literally watched Christians, people who believe in the Bible, criticize Muslims during Ramadan. That makes absolutely no sense. That lets me know right now that you are not acquainted with the Bible. If you sit here criticizing the Muslims for practicing Ramadan, at least they practicing what's in the book. They may not be practicing it correctly because for the most part, I done seen a bunch of Muslims practice Ramadan incorrectly to the point where it's not beneficial. Soon as that sun go down, man, they stuffing themselves with all the wrong foods. I've watched that. I've seen that. That's not the proper way to fast. So they doing that like incorrect. That's counterproductive. But I've seen that. But at least they doing it. The Christians be on the sideline straight criticizing them, straight laughing at them, making a mockery of it. Ah, it's Ramadan. Y'all can't eat. Woo, woo, woo. I've witnessed that. And that's just that's weird to me because your Bible is telling you to fast just like that. Tony, man, yeah, 21-day fruit fast. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, wisdom, man. I told people, man. I said one of the things I had to do, man. I had to drop I had to drop religion. Like I wasn't gonna be able to be free mentally until I dropped religion. That just had to go. It had to go. It had to go. And a lot of people, man, they clinging to the religion, and the only reason you really clinging to it is because your upbringing, man. You was brought up in that type of household, so therefore that's why you clinging to it. You feel like if you drop that religion, you're gonna be disrespecting your parents, disrespecting your grandparents, and all that type of stuff, man. But you got to do what makes sense. And the more you study, the more you just even look inward, like the more you're gonna realize a bunch of this type of stuff is just like really unnecessary and just here for manipulation and control. Like I said, you can take the best parts from it, but you got to be able to decipher what's good, what's bad within these texts. Oh yeah, Dominique, you already know. You already know how I feel about church, especially these mega churches. These mega churches that look like football stadiums. Got these people giving they last, man. They barely could keep their lights on. But then if they went to the pastor to try to get their lights on, then what they gonna do? These mega churches, man. I can't stand these mega churches, man. These mega churches, man, just pimping the people. That's all they doing. Creflo Dollars, Joe, what Osteen, whatever dude name is, man. Y'all know we talking about. Give me Swaggart now. All of them. I can't stand them. Can't stand them. Can't stand them. Yeah, wisdom, and that's why we study the animal kingdom. We study the animal kingdom for that reason. Swag, let's go. Get that fast in. San Trias, 14-hour fast. Let's go. King Gray, that's what I'm saying. Creflo Dollar. Like that dude name just it has pimp all over it. Creflo Dollar. Like, man, I don't trust anybody named Creflo Dollar that's a pastor. Like, come on. Trust him, man. I can't stand him. Can't stand them, man. These mega churches, man, they really not doing anything for the community and where the church is at. Then they not doing anything for the communities of the people that's in the church. Yeah, Forex King, I'm telling you, man, Creflo. I mean, come on, man. It was just like he was designed to be a scammer just at birth. Are you gonna Creflo Dollar? What for one? What is a Creflo? But yeah, the dollar part, man, that kills the game. That kills the game, man. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. But like I said, these mega churches, man, be out here getting the people good. Mega churches be out here making money off the people, making all type of money off the people, man. What beautiful God is Keys, peace. What's going on? We got the wife in the building. Y'all say peace to the wife. Yeah, Sasha, man. Hey, DMX said that. DMX talked about his love for dogs, man. He trusted dogs more than he trusts humans. That's what he said. Well, that's what it said in the intro to one of his albums. Trust dogs more than he trusts humans. So, man, that's why, like I said, that's why it's nice to study nature, man. Study the animals and see how they move. Not saying, of course, we got to move exactly like the animals, but again, like I said, you will learn a lot by studying the animal kingdom. Don Core, peace, what's going on? But man, we got to do better though, man. It's a lot of us, man. We passing away, man, just of so-called natural causes, and we young. We suffer from all type of ailments, and we young. Fright graphics. That's Khalid Muhammad. So we suffering from a lot of ailments, man. We going out, we way too young, man. We way too young to be going out how we going out. To the point now where people straight think 60 and 70 years is old. Like, man, that ain't nothing. Ain't nothing, man. When you hit 60, like you shouldn't be thinking about dying. Like you shouldn't be thinking that, man, you ain't got that much longer. Like, nah. You still a young bull, man. But we done bought into the nonsense that they feed us here in America, man. We done bought into that nonsense. And then we gotta watch how we speak about ourselves as we continue to grow in age. Gotta watch what you say about yourself, man. People don't understand that. Watch what you speaking to yourself, man. You forget things, be like, man, that's just that old age. Like, no, it's not, man. You just not putting forth an effort to remember something. Like, don't blame that on old age, man. Blame it on a lack of effort, lack of concentration, lack of focus. You just didn't concentrate hard enough. You didn't try to remember it. You didn't try to memorize it. That's why you forgot it. It has nothing to do with your age. It has nothing to do with old age. Plenty of 10, 15-year-olds forget what they did because of lack of focus, lack of concentration. So it ain't got anything to do with your age. Your body hurt. It ain't got anything to do with your age. All that means is you need to do better things or do different things when it comes to recovery. Stretch more. Eat more spices to get rid of the inflammation. Change some of the workouts that you're doing or the exercises that you're doing. Program it better. Have more rest days. This applies to everybody. Wisdom, I think it's about the same on my end, man. Fright Graphics X. You said, what if they mentally tired and just get lazy? And we just got to get over that. We can't be lazy out here mentally. We got to do what we need to do, man. If you mentally tired, then it's time for you to eat it's time for you to get your hemp seeds in. It's time for you to get the brain foods going. The hemp seeds, the blueberries, the chia seeds, the flax seeds. Feed the brain. Feed the brain. Then get your fruit game up. So then that laziness, that lack of energy is gone. So you want to feed the brain, then you want to make sure you get that them fruits in you. Yeah, nice. They speak that illness over themselves all the time. That's why I tell people, man, you got to stop doing it. I got a client right now, man. She ain't even hit 50 yet. She about to hit 50. But every time she hurting or something, she say, that's just because I'm old. I say, no, it's not. It's not because you old, man. Stop saying that. First of all, you in the boot camp class with people that's 20 years younger than you, and you keeping up with them. So I'm like, you overlooking the fact that you in this boot camp class and you the oldest person in here by age, but yet you keeping up with them. You working out with them. Like, come on, man. You got to embrace that fact, embrace that reality. They just as sore as you. So, you gotta watch what you say about yourself. Gotta watch what you say about yourself. All wisdom, man. I don't watch plenty of family members. I don't watch plenty of friends go out to a disease, man, and they either didn't know about ways to reverse it, or they just didn't care to implement the things that needed to be implemented in order to reverse it. I've watched it. That's why I say, man, you can't invest too much time into that particular situation, man. If you got somebody in your family or somebody that's a close friend that's suffering from any type of ailment or disease, last thing you want to try to do, man, is try to force them to do what's needed to be done to reverse the condition. Because there's not much you can do. All you can do is just offer the information. Now, whether or not they choose to implement the information is on them. But if you stress yourself out trying to get that person to do what needs to be done to try to reverse it, you're going to end up with the same condition that they striving to reverse, because it's going to stress you out. It's going to stress you out. So all you can do is give them the information that you feel is helpful. That's literally it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not about to be like, hey, I'm not about to be checking in with a person that I know got some type of ailment. I'm not going to be checking in with them every day, making sure they eating how they need to eat, making sure they exercising. I just can't do it. Because at the end of the day, these people are going to do what it is that they want to do. So we making choices in life, man. When you get diagnosed, especially with something like diabetes, that's what my grandmother had, and she passed. Like when you get something like diabetes, man, at the end of the day, now you have a choice, because diabetes is essentially not complicated to reverse, man. Diabetes is strictly your diet. That's the whole reason why you got the diabetes. You get the diabetes strictly from your diet, strictly from it. The type 2 diabetes is strictly from diet. So all you got to do is change the diet if you want to reverse it. So at that point, when you get diagnosed with it, you either finna make the changes that's necessary and required for you to reverse it, or keep it under control, whatever it is that you're striving to do, or are you gonna continue to eat in the same way in which led to you coming down with the diabetes, man? And that's what's gonna end up taking you out. That's it. You got choices, man. So every day that you choose to eat the same foods that you were eating that gave you the diabetes, that's you making that choice. I can't stress myself out over those decisions though. Can't do it, especially when I know I've given you the jewels. Like if I never said anything, then I may can feel a certain type of way because I was like, man, maybe I should have introduced this information to them. And if they rejected it, cool, but at least I introduced it to them. But man, if you introduce the information to somebody and they still choosing to do what they want to do, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. K Spirit, most definitely. Deshaun, man, that's why I tell people that all the time, man. Watch what you say watch what you say about yourself. Watch what you say. That self-image, crucial. Watch how you view yourself and watch what you say about yourself. Man, King Grady, and that's diabetes is crazy out here, man. People, it's a diabetes and cancer and heart disease for the most part. That stuff is like the common cold now. It's like every other person you come in contact with, they got diabetes or they pre-diabetic, and they walk around with it like it's no issue. Yeah, I got diabetes. Like what? Like you cool with that? Like nah, man. I'm meeting people in their 30s with diabetes. Like this is not how it used to be. Diabetes is not never really normal or natural, but it definitely wasn't normal or natural in people that were like 30. Type 2, I'm talking about. Now you having young bulls, man, in their 20s talking about they diabetic. Dominique, man, like I say, man, them older people be getting it in better than the younger people when it comes to like this fitness thing, man. The older people be showing out. Wisdom, I already know. I already know, and it's unfortunate, man. It's kind of messed up because, especially me being a trainer, it's like I'm able to influence and encourage all these other people to kind of change their lifestyle, but you can't influence the people that you kind of want to influence in regards to like your family. So you can find these strangers and they can trust you with their whole life, right? But then the people that need to listen to what you're saying, that need to listen to the information or need to pay attention to the information that you present, they don't. Nias, man, I'm telling you, they be on insulin in elementary school. That's no exaggeration. It's no exaggeration at all. And this is a sick world. Jay, what's going on, man? Put them M&Ms down, bro. Get you some water, man. Don Core, and that's another thing. I'm glad you said this, man, because every time I talk about fruit and diabetes, people look at me crazy. There you go, right there. We just gonna put that on the screen. We're gonna put that on the screen, man. People always when they talk about diabetes and I talk about eating fruits, they start thinking that fruit's gonna lead to the diabetes, gonna make the condition worse. No, it's not. So I just want to put that on the screen. I just want to put that comment on the screen, man, because this is exactly what I be talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Go find me a population on the planet, man, that wasn't in tip-top shape, wasn't in great health, and they consume primarily fruit. Please go find me that population. But on the other hand, I can find plenty of populations that eat all the garbage we eat that are sick. Like that's all you gotta do is walk outside. All you gotta do is walk outside or analyze your family. We all suffer from some type of ailment here in America. And what are the foods that we eat less of? Fruits, vegetables, all the good stuff. All the stuff that's good for us, man. Americans typically consume less of that than all these other healthy populations. So it's like, look, if you striving to be healthy in America, then you got to consume the foods that everybody not consuming. So they're not consuming enough fruits. They're not consuming enough vegetables. That means you need to consume more of that. Make that the staple of your regimen. Then you got to look at the foods that we consume on a consistent basis. Obviously, those foods are the cause of a lot of these ailments that we are suffering from. What'd you say, Sasha? A very close friend of mine, one person on YouTube that I've met in real life is 26, obese and has diabetes. Of course, he's on the standard American diet here in the UK though. And that's 26. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then with the way it's going now, a lot of us are born into disease. You know how people, it's crazy. You can be born into wealth, you can be born into all of that, but then we are born into disease out here, man. We passing down these bad habits to the point where the child don't have no hope coming straight out the womb. He coming out the womb with ailments because we choosing not to do right. That's why a lot of this stuff is hitting us earlier and earlier, because we coming out of the womb with ailments. We coming out of the womb sick. We coming out of the womb sick, man. It is crazy. Dominique, man, we all a work in progress, man. I'm always striving to tweak, refine my regimen, my so-called diet. Beast by Bless on out. Don't cause diabetes at all. You will never find somebody that they got diabetes because they ate all organic, natural fruit. Not gonna find it. It sounds good though. When people talk about it, it sounds nice. It sounds nice to say I need to stay away from this fruit because of the sugar. I may get diabetes. It may make my diabetes worse. Yeah, Dominique, man. Hey, soda's got a stronghold. Sodas and alcohol neck and neck, man. I either come across the people that can't drop this. So it's a lot of stuff people can't drop, but when it comes to beverages, man, them sodas and them alcohol got a grip on people, and that alcohol got grips on them. Mr. Atlas, man, I get the same, I get the same problem. I get the same fight. That's too much sugar. That's carbs. They hit me with the carbs. That's too much carbs. They be killing me with the word carbs. That's too much carbs. That's too much carbs. I'm like, all right. Sean Steve, wow, man, I just saw that. Wow, Black robbed and passed. What's going on? And they say he was battling kidney failure and homelessness. Wow. Wow, he just was paying homage to DMX, looking kind of bad, looking kind of rough, man. That's messed up, man. RIP to Black Rob, though. Beast by Bless on out. Yep, they would definitely eat the Oreos. Mind you, I told you I had that client though. I had that client that they doctor told them that they can't eat the fruit, but they can eat the Oreos, though. They can eat like 5 Oreos in a glass of milk. But they can't snack on fruits though. But they can snack on like 5 Oreos in a glass of milk. Cow's milk at that. So that's the type of advice doctors are out here giving folks. Sasha, that's funny, man. They told you not to eat too many mangoes, but like if you was striving to eat any form of meat, then they'll tell you to eat that meat with every meal or at every meal. Of course, you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to overdo anything. But at the same time, it's like, dude, I'd rather OD on the mangoes than all this other stuff that's out here. Yeah, King Gray, that hemp milk. I put that in my smoothies from time to time. I put the hemp milk in the smoothies from time to time, man. It be kind of be straight. Definitely be straight. Yeah, Dominique, he did. Yeah, he passed, man. Black Rob passed. I just looked at it on my phone. That's crazy. once again, man, we got to do better, man. Talking about kidney failure, homelessness, and things like that, man. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. We gotta, like I said, man, we gotta do better out here, man. Bro was what, 51? I think I just saw. We gotta do better, man. Gotta take care of ourselves, man, for real. 51, too young to be going out. DMX 50, man, that's just too young to be going out, man. We gotta chill. We gotta chill, man. We gotta protect that peace. We gotta take care of ourselves. We gotta take care of that that mental. We gotta take care of that physical, man. We just gotta do it by any means, man. We gotta do that by any means, man. We really gotta make a concentrated effort, man, a conscious effort to take care of ourselves. Like, this ain't even no joke, man. Because you got to think about it, man. The moment you make the decision to not take care of yourself and you start getting all these ailments, you start getting sick, then guess what? Guess who you at the mercy of? You at the mercy of the hospitals. You at the mercy of them, man, because when you start getting sick, you finna have to go somewhere, man. So the best thing to do is to not get sick. Is to take care of yourself, man, because the moment you start getting sick, you about to be at the mercy of the medical institutions out here, or the medical industry. You about to be at the mercy of them. When your kidney starts to fail, you at the mercy of them. When you had that heart attack and that stroke, somebody gonna have to take you to the hospital, so you at the mercy of them. So it's best to prevent these things from happening in the first place by taking care of yourself. King Grady, yeah, it appeared as if he gained the weight. Yeah, when he had that versus with Snoop, man, he was noticeably bigger. But man, we gotta keep everything in check, man. We really got to keep everything in check, and we got to stop placing ourselves at the mercy of the medical industry, because they're not gonna look out for us, man. We gonna end up that you go in there, your kidneys failing and things like that. Instead of them telling you or giving you certain foods that can help with the condition, man, they about to be doing all type of surgeries on you, giving you all type of medication, and then mind you, the hospital food is garbage, so they're gonna be giving you the hospital food, whether it's through a straw or it's just the actual food. Like, man, no, the hospital is where you go to literally die. Don't take me to no hospital, man. So it's got to be like I got to be in a car accident or something for me to go to the hospital, man. Other than that, I'm good. I'm taking care of myself. I'm not going to place myself in the position to where I have to go to the hospital. And that's what we all got to work on, man, because the moment your organs start shutting down and you got to start going to these hospitals, man, that's where you go to die. That's literally where you go to die. And ain't nobody trying to do none of that. We ain't trying to die out here, man. We trying to live. Oh yeah, wisdom. Like we talk about that. We talk about the death culture all the time. That's what we embrace. That's what we worship. We worship that death. Anybody that's walking around with life, they gonna hate on them. They gonna try to suck the life out of them, so that they could be a zombie just like them. Like, that's what people try to do to you when you say, "All right, I'm changing my lifestyle for the better." Nah, they trying to prevent you from doing that, so you can walk around lifeless like them. Well, I ain't walking around lifeless. Like, I'm letting y'all know that right now. I'm choosing life, not death, every time. Yeah, Sasha, we already know, man. Yeah, it's definitely a criminal organization. Definitely, definitely a criminal organization, man. We do not deal with the medical industry if we don't have to, and that's just how it is. That's how it always will be. Dominique, ain't no offense. It's definitely the lifestyle, man. It's definitely the lifestyle, and we gotta learn from that. It's definitely the lifestyle, man. That's why I say don't indulge in those type of lifestyles, man. It's destructive, and it takes you out way before your time. Way before your time. Jules, peace. What's going on with you? But man, yeah, that destructive lifestyle, man, it takes you out way before your time. That's why it's best to not indulge in it. Wisdom, no doubt, man. No doubt about that, man. And some information about that video I made, man, about not being like our ancestors, man. I was just like, I was having a conversation with somebody, and they started talking about. I started talking about the vegan lifestyle and not needing to eat meat and things like that. And of course, somebody we got to intervene in that, basically trying to condone eating meat, trying to tell me that not all forms of meat are bad, this, that, and the third. Like I'm already having this information, then I knew this was coming. Then they hit me with it anyway, telling me, well, our ancestors back in the day, they ate some form of meat. I say, listen, first of all, I don't care what my ancestors did. I didn't go vegan because my ancestors were vegan. Like, that's not the reason why I made it. I went vegan because all of the current research up to this point basically alluded to that being the best lifestyle for me to live at this particular point. So I'm not making decisions based off what my ancestors did. And I said, man, our ancestors did a lot of things that we are currently not doing. Were our ancestors driving fancy trucks and cars out here? No. So I don't see anybody walking around getting from point A to point B like our ancestors did. Were our ancestors around here, most of them, for the most part, living in some of the cribs that we live in? No. It's like because we are in a different era, we are in a different time. Were our ancestors walking around with cell phones? Were they walking around with smartphones? No. They communicated in a totally different manner. So it's like we got to get with the time. So we got to quit talking about what our ancestors did, what our ancestors did not do in regards to what we are currently doing now. You are supposed to be a lot better than your ancestors. So you're supposed to take the way that they was living and say, okay, we're going to improve it. We're gonna evolve above and beyond the way that they were living. I don't understand for the life of me. When somebody tells me that our ancestors did this, that, and the third, I'm looking at them like I really don't care. I really don't care, man, because I've studied my ancestors. I'm not out here living like my ancestors. And plus, our culture is the most diverse. Like the most diverse, man. So we got plenty of different elements within our culture. But it's like at the end of the day, I'm not making a decision based on what my ancestors did. It's not what I'm doing. Like I'm not my ancestors. I am me. I'm creating my own legacy. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing things that I feel are healthy and beneficial to me. Like it has nothing to do with somebody who existed that I never met. Like people got to stop that. I don't live in the past like that. Yeah, I like to deal with history and whatnot just to know so I can know what went on. But I'm not clinging to it saying, they did this, so I got to do it. No, man. So a lot of times, a lot of people like to bring that type of stuff up when it suits them, when it benefits them. So if we really living like our ancestors lived, then we might as well get rid of a lot of things that we cling to dearly because they didn't deal with it back in the day because they didn't have it. It was a different time. So I don't be understanding. Oh man, you can't find a vegan culture in Africa. If you can, cool. If you can't, I still don't care. Like people don't understand. I don't care about that. Like just because you telling me the ancient Africans, some of them ate meat or they ate little meat. I don't care. Plus, I can break that down though. But y'all already know I done broke that down plenty of times. But just the simple fact that you bring it up to me, like lets me know that you don't know me because I simply don't care. I don't care what they ate. Just because they did something in ancient Africa years ago don't mean that it was necessarily good. They did plenty of things that were bad too. So man, again, we can just glorify, we romanticize that part of history, and we really need to stop doing that. Hey Sean, man, we all had a period where we fooled with the vegan candy or the vegan snacks, man. We had the moments. I ain't gonna lie, some little plant-based cookies that be getting a hold of me, like some little vegan cookies, man, be getting me. I ain't gonna lie about it. Yeah, wisdom and man, that's all we supposed to do. That's all we supposed to do. If I'm living exactly how my ancestors lived back in the day, something is wrong here. Like like I said in the video, man, it's like having children. Do you want your children to live exactly how you lived, or you want them to live a better life? I guarantee you the answer is a better life. So you want them to do better than you did, meaning they have to do things differently than you did. If they do the same things you did, then they're gonna live the same life that you lived. So, like, come on, man. Tony Briscoe every time. Facts over feelings. Yeah, Dominique. That's why I would never. If I had a choice, I'm not dealing with the hospital. Like I said, it'd have to be an emergency. Sasha, yeah, I probably wouldn't have responded to that person either. Yeah, Jay, Joey, that's hey, that's the way of life, man. Because we live in an artificial world, man. So the more artificial you are, you accept it. You accept it by the average person because you artificial, and that's just the world we live in, man. We live in an artificial world, man. We live in an artificial world. That's what it is. So when you deal with the facts, when you choose to be real, when you choose to remain authentic, you don't fit in. You are the outcast, the black sheep. Dominique, man, it's only a matter of time before all that catches up. Melanated origins, peace, what's going on? But yeah, it's only a matter of time, Dominique, before all that catches up to you. That's why you got to make better decisions with your life, man. Just period. It's all it boils down to, man. People don't understand that, like I say, sometimes disease is a choice, man. We choose disease, we choose death instead of choosing life. Like your lifestyle choices, man, going to lay the foundation for the development of a disease, man. So you just got to make better choices out here, period. It's really that simple, man. Just make better choices. It's not rocket science. Everybody be looking for the complex solution to their problems. Like it's really no complex solution. Do what you know is right, man. Do what you know is right. Do what you know needs to be done. Like you know what needs to be done, just do it. Just do it. Like we gotta stop playing around, man, and do what we need to do. We gotta be around. We gotta live, man. We gotta be here. So we still got plenty of work to do as a people, man. So we gotta be around. And when we not only being around, but we got to be fully functional. So a lot of us, we are around, but we not fully functional. We suffering. Like, nah, we got to be fully functional. We got to be the best version of ourselves while we are around. We got to be able to maneuver around physically. We can't be disabled and handicapped out here, man, like it's normal and natural. It's not. You 35 talking about, man, your back and your knees and all that like it's normal. Like my body just getting old, it's breaking down. Man, you 35. What you mean your body breaking down like you are 35? That's not normal. That's not natural. Yeah, K Spirit. And in that sense, I agree with Nike. Just got to do it. Literally just got to do it, man. In that sense, I'm going to agree with Nike. I'm going to roll with Nike on that. I'm going to roll with them. Wisdom, most definitely. Most definitely. You're going to have those that, once again, roll with the crowd. You're going to have those that, listen, they're going to go the opposite. So you got the followers, you got the leaders, man. You got the followers and you got the leaders, man. Once you understand that you're not the following type or you're not the follower type, it's pretty much gonna be what they call a lonely road. But you're not gonna be associating or socializing with a lot of people once you realize that you're not necessarily good at this following thing. I'm not good at it. I'm not a good follower, man. I don't know how to follow people. I don't know how to follow trends. Like I'm not good at it. I don't know how to fit in. I don't know how to do that. I just kind of know how to be me at the end of the day. That's all I know how to do. So with that being said, man, it just makes it harder for you to just socialize with people, which creates that social awkwardness and things like that, man. Just being antisocial or being an introvert. It's really hard to communicate with people, man, when you're not one to follow. You don't strive to fit in. You don't strive to have the popular opinion. You don't strive to just bite your tongue simply because you don't want to offend someone. Like, it's hard to exist in this world when you choose to live your life that way. When you choose to live your life in a truthful manner and remain authentic, man, you're gonna have those type of problems. Akuma, peace. What's going on? Sean, that's it. 35 with bad knees, like that, like 35 with bad knees. Like, I can see, like, I played football, man, for some years, so my shoulders are pretty much all, like, not all bad, but like I can explain, like, I'm never going to attribute my shoulders being kind of trash right now to age. Like, that was years of me playing football. This is why my shoulders are, you know what I'm saying, not as flexible, not as mobile as they should be. But again, I'm working on that, so I have improved the range of motion in my shoulder. But I'm not about to be like, man, that's that age. No, that was me playing years of football, man, that messed up my shoulders. So it's funny, man. We always attribute things to age, man. Akuma, I'm with that activation. Activation. Yeah, I ain't afraid to put a lot of weight on that squat bar and squat. Talking about, man, my knees bad because I'm 30, 31. Like, man, you a young bull, man. You are a young bull, you good. Good. But that's how most people view it though. That's how most people view it though. That's why I applaud my peoples. Like I said, I got a lady I trained, she hitting 50. That's why I applaud these people. I applaud the people that going on 50 or they 45 and they pick up the habit of working out and exercising for the first time. Like, I applaud that because I know, man, that's hard. You done went 45 years not exercising, not following any type of regimen. Then you wake up one day and say, man, I need to change. Like, man, that's big. That's big because you wasn't born into it. You wasn't doing this fitness thing since you was young, man. So it's easier for you to say, man, you know what? It's too late for me to start working out, man. It's too late for me to start lifting weights. Like, I don't want to do that now. So I applaud the people that's like 45, 50, 55 that say, you know what? I'm about to start exercise. And they actually do it. King Grady, man, you got some vision, man. Like, I ain't got my glasses on. I can't even see the book. That's crazy that you see this book. Man, like, I ain't got my glasses on, so I can't see it, man. But King Grady, the book, Get Off Your Acid, that's literally what it's about. Getting out of that acidic state and transitioning more to an alkaline state. So it really talks about what causes the acidic state within us and then what to do about it to transition more to that alkaline state. So that's literally what the book is about. A short summary of what it's about. Yeah, Kuma. That's why I tell people right now, I feel better than I felt when I was like 17 or 18. Feel a lot better. And I'm only gonna get better. Only gonna get better, man. So I ain't worried about it. Like, I'm getting better. I'm getting better as that number increases. Like, I'm not getting worse, getting better. And I'm speaking that upon my life. Like, I'm getting better. I get better with time. Yeah, Sasha, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it was the stuff that we did in our past that leads to some of these physical conditions. Like I said, if my knee was jacked up, it'd be because of football. Man, I played running back, so I was doing all that, ran track, did all that. So if I had some bad knees, it'd be attributed to that, not necessarily the age. Sean, that's what it is, man. Just get up and get to work. Hey, cool, man. You, hey, as long as you balance it out, man. Tony Briscoe, you say, would you recommend? Would I recommend doing some heavy lifting during you doing a fruit fast? Well, now Tony, now one thing about that, I just kind of got the information of incorrectly using the term fast. I realized that I've been doing it. I realized that we all been doing it. So it's like technically a fruit fast would mean we are refraining from eating fruit. That's literally what a fast means. I'm refraining from something. So like if we say we on a fruit fast, that means we're not eating fruit. So it's like you basically on a fruit diet or a fruit regimen. That's actually what you're doing. Like a fruit fast would mean no fruit, but you eating everything else. That's what a fruit fast is. So I noticed that we do that. I do that. I do that, and everybody else do that. But Tony, to answer that question though, since you going fruit, man, you could live heavy. I just kind of load up on like some bananas or something like that before you like work out. Just kind of fuel the workout. Maize, man, I don't necessarily deal with coffee. I don't recommend it. I don't suggest it. But you know, the people that drink coffee is like a cult. It's like a religion, a coffee religion. Like you can't talk bad about coffee around some people. May chop your head off. But the only reason people drink coffee in the first place is because they lack energy. So you can't beat a fruit when it comes to energy. So that's why I don't necessarily care for coffee. Dominique, most definitely. I ain't got no problem walking alone sometimes. Okay, spirit, man. I felt that. I felt that. I mean, people can say I'm getting old all they want to. Like I said, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Yeah, Dominique, man. I didn't took that L deadlift, and I know all about that. I have taken that L. Maze, you say, what's your opinion on going a week of eating heavy to keep a stocky frame? Depends on what you eat. If you eat, clean heavy food, like if you eat clean while eating heavy, like then that's cool. And there's plenty of ways to do that. I got plenty of books on vegan bodybuilders, so it's a way to go about doing that. If you do it that way, then that's cool. Like if that's your goal. Your goal is to, what I'm saying, keep the stocky frame, add muscle mass and all of that. Definitely a clean way to do that. Most definitely. If that's your goal. Like if that's your goal, it's a clean way to do it. And I recommend always doing it the clean way. Wisdom, man. I already know. Yeah, that's why I don't really go too many places, man. Because again, for the most part, the people are gonna be toxic. Kuma, yeah, that fast got you through it. Yeah, Tony, I ain't even gonna lie to you. When I came across the information, I was like, Dad, why didn't I even think that? I'm like, man, why did I not think that? But yeah, no, I just wanted to point that out because I had just read it. So I was like, Dad, man, this is a time for me to kind of say that or bring this to the surface. But yeah, Tony, yeah, you could do that strength training, that heavy lifting. Just on the heavy lifting days, you might want to eat more fruit than you would on your rest day. That's all I would probably recommend. Beats by Blessed on out. Music, you say, what are some clean foods to eat for cutting and bulking up? Man, lentils are golden for that. Lentils, split peas. Those two are golden for that. Hemp seeds, y'all hear me talk about hemp seeds all the time. You could deal with like almond butter over peanut butter. So almond butter would be cool. Dark leafy greens like your spinach and your kale, sweet potatoes, all sorts of beans, man. The kidney beans, the chickpeas, like the red beans, quinoa, like all of those foods are good for like cutting and bulking up. Like all of those foods are solid for that. There's plenty of others, but like those are some of the main foods that I would probably recommend in regards to just eating clean to like cut and bulk up, which people erroneously think that that's not a possibility. Right graphics, man. Do you be trying to squat heavy? And then I would have to check your form on the squat too. It's also key. I have to see exactly how you squat, and like your form could be incorrect, and that's why your groin is swollen. A lot of people do not squat correctly. That's one thing too about lifting, man. You gotta make sure your form is on point too. I can tell you just from being a trainer, and I just tell people, like the people that I first come in contact with, I say, all right, I'm pretty sure you got a good definition of what a squat is because you've been watching YouTube, whatever it is you've been watching. So every time I have somebody demonstrate to me what they think a squat is, it is incorrect. 9.9 times out of 10. Most people do not squat correctly. Most people deadlift is garbage, but the squat is horrible. Squat is horrible. So it's just like you probably got to make sure your form is on point. And then if you lifting heavy, then you might want to lighten the load. Wisdom, man. Hey, I got it. I got it coming. I got it coming. Got it coming, no doubt. Dreaming of GTR piece. What's going on? Akuma, yeah. Most people have a trash lower back because for one, a lot of people don't deadlift, and people don't understand that deadlifting is one of the few movements that really targets the lower back. A lot of people don't do that. So a lot of people have trash lower backs. Then a lot of people try to dodge the squatting. You know, the women tend to squat a lot more than the men because they try to target the glutes. But squat's not even the best movement for the glutes. Your hip thrusts are the best movement for the glutes. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of women don't understand that. So they be squatting all day, but they still don't be satisfied with kind of how the glutes look. Got to do you some thrust, barbell thrust, man. You got to go heavy on that. But a lot of people, man, don't deadlift, and that's one of the golden moves for the lower back, deadlift. A lot of people don't target that lower back though. That's why lower backs be trash. Oh, Sean, you finally came across the Breatharians, man. I don't know if I mentioned them on one of my streams, but yeah, 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 yeah. It's very interesting. Brother Air is the one I had came across. Orlando Peach, what's going on? Dominique, man, I was on that too, man. We had McDonald's around the way. 10 years ago, back when I was in college, man, you had $1 double cheeseburger, man. I used to kill those things, man, when I was in school. Just kill them. Never again. Fright gravity. Hey, that's the crazy thing about it is woo, like some of it depends on the trainer that you had back when you was in football, man. Because crazy thing is, I have trained a lot of dudes that play football, man, and the squat's horrible. I'm like, man, what? You couldn't have been doing this in high school. Couldn't have been doing this in high school. Just couldn't have been doing it. Could not have been squatting like that in high school if you played sports. Don't understand. But a lot of people, man, the squat form is horrible, man. Horrible. I'd be afraid to watch people squat sometimes, especially like with weight. It's like scary. Orlando, there you go. Get that fast on. Oh yeah, Tony, man, you got like yeah, the lunges, man. Like I said, the barbell, like if you trying to build your glutes, you must do some barbell hip thrust. You must do them, man. I'm talking about go heavy with them. You must do that. That's a must. Split squats are also good too. Split squats are good for the glutes and things of that nature. Get you some split squats in too. All right, Rodney, where you at here? You say how much food protein do you have to consume to get gains while lifting weights? All right, so Rodney, you don't necessarily have to overly focus on the protein. You don't necessarily have to overly focus on that. Now they tell you, as far as calories go, they tell you to go up by like 500. So let's say you normally consume 2,000 calories or roughly 2,000 calories a day. So if you striving to gain, then they say try to take it up to about 500. So I would say start there, man, by increasing your caloric intake by like 500. If you're trying to gain, trying to get the gains while lifting, man, because that's when I got the gains when I started increasing my calories. Now I wasn't counting my calories. I just increased my meals. So I was eating about probably 2 meals a day. So I started eating like 5 or 6, and I started eating, pretty decent foods along with that, man. So I put on muscle rather quickly by doing that. So whatever you're doing right now, you just want to increase it. So if you eating 2 meals a day on average, then start with eating 3 meals a day, and then do your heavy lifting. You're gonna see results off of that. Then eventually work your way up to 4 meals, 4 small meals. You're gonna see results on that just by increasing your caloric intake, by eating more good foods. Yeah, Dominique, I really don't play about the form, man. I don't play about that form. Because that's how you set yourself up for injuries. And I ain't trying to get hurt out here at all. Yeah, K Spirit, man, they was getting me back in the day, man. All that, man. Listen, I was a fast food junkie. I was a meat junkie. I was a candy junkie. That's why I tell people, man, I came a long way. So when people say, man, I don't think I can give up meat, I don't think I can give up this, I say, man, if I can do it, I'm telling y'all can do it. I was a savage in pursuit of happiness out here. Yeah, Ayo. Yeah, I actually got a few books. What's his name? Professor Spira. I forgot how to say his name. I think it's Spira. But I got a few books about dude. He talks about the mucusless diet healing system. So I had these books years ago. That's when I came across the breatharians. So I done had a lot of knowledge on them for a minute. Breatharians. It sounds good. What they be talking about sounds interesting, but I know for a fact that's something I probably never do. I mean, because they break it down like this. Even the book I got that I was just breaking down in regards to breathing, how to breathe, called The Oxygen Advantage. He breaks it down. He said the body it can go uh, longer without food. It can go long without food. It can go long without water. It can go a minute without water, but it cannot go that long without oxygen. So that's how he kind of broke that down in that book. So he broke it down like that, man. The body can go days without food, man. It can go days without water, which I don't even think go days without water. Brothers be thirsty, but it can't go that long without oxygen. He's like, just try to hold your breath right now and see how long you can last. So I thought that was interesting because I never really thought about it like that. Again, we overlook the importance and the value of like oxygen and breathing. Right graphics. You say what's the easiest to do at home with no trainer? I would recommend, man, just like a lot of body weight circuit type routines and regimens, man. I'm a burpee advocate, man. So definitely get you some burpees in, man, like jumping lunges, jump squats, push-ups, do all type of variations of the push-ups, wide grip, close grip, pike push-up, sit-ups, leg lifts, crunches, bicycle crunches, scissor kicks, flutter kicks, man, 6 inches. I mean, it's skyscrapers, man, some of everything that you can do. Inchworms. Just find like 6 or 7 body weight movements, man, and Do each one for time, like 30 seconds a pop, no rest in between. And do that for like 5 rounds. Guarantee you will be taxed. You will be taxed. Tony, right now I'm actually powerlifting, or what they call power building training. So now my setup is a little bit there. It's kind of like split. So it's like Tuesday, for instance, I'm gonna work my back and like my biceps. So I'm gonna focus on the deadlift, do bent over rows, do some curls, may hit some pull-ups, and then like Thursday, give myself a break. I'm gonna hit the chest, shoulders, and triceps. And then like Saturday, I'm gonna hit my legs, because I'm doing this powerlifting routine, man, because I'm actually prepping to enter some competitions as far as powerlifting goes. So my routine is a little different now. Dreaming of GTR, definitely SpongeBob. Kuma, man, you had. Hey, I wasn't fortunate enough to grow. I got close to the rim though. Mr. Alice, no doubt, straight running, man. Running back since like the 8th grade. Played a few years in colleges, all running back, man. Separated both my shoulders and did all type of stuff, man. They had all type of issues, but I didn't pretty much healed all of them now. Getting better with the shoulders. Tony, you already know. You already know. They not gonna mess with me once I actually train for it. Like when I actually train for something, it ain't no stopping me. So once I actually make an effort to train for this, it's a wrap. Like I'm good, and ain't nobody gonna know that I don't eat no meat, no dairy, none of that. I'm just gonna go in there. I'm just gonna win. I'm gonna dominate, and they gonna be like, "Dad, what you do?" I'm like, "Yep." Fright Graphics X. Yes, they actually can. And what do I mean by that? Especially like if you take medication. They didn't did Matter of fact, in the Mucusless Diet Healing System book I was talking about, like you literally got to actually do like liver cleanses and gallbladder cleanses and things like that to really actually cleanse the system. Like you got to do things like that to get everything up out of your system. Like if you're not doing that, then it's probably gonna be some stuff that's gonna stick with you for a minute, man. Like they were saying they did some of those things, man, and like medication that people probably had taken years ago was popping up and coming out. V77 Scorpio, man. Like I said, hey, chicken. What now? I went for chicken turkey. So turkey was the last meat that I had gave up. But man, if I can give up the chicken, I feel like anybody can give it up, man, because that's all I used to eat. That's all I used to eat. I wasn't ever really fat. I couldn't really eat fish and stuff like that. Never really sat well with me. Um, Pork and whatnot, I really never cared for that. But I mean, I ate it, but I didn't care for it. But chicken, I killed chicken. K Spirit, man, I had a run with the vegan ice cream. I don't eat it anymore though. I had to run with it for a minute though. Yeah, those full body pizza, like I said, man, y'all got hit. Like, man, you gotta get deep, man, to get some of this stuff out your system, man. You gotta get deep. You talking about depending on your age. Let's say I hit 30, and let's just say at 30, I'm striving to make change. You gotta understand that you got 30 years in the game, 29 years in the game with bad habits. So you got to do a lot to actually really cleanse yourself. And people don't be realizing that. You're not gonna cleanse yourself in a matter of weeks to months, man. That may take some years to fully cleanse the inside. It may take a very long time. It took you 30 years to get this toxic. It took you 30 years to get this acidic, man. So it's gonna take time to reverse that. But y'all, man, I done been on here for a minute, man. I done had, boy, I be having some long weeks, man. It'd be hard for me to get it in, man. But I try to get in these streams where I fit in. But man, I'm about to get on off for the day. Give me some chilling in, man. I rarely get to chill, man. So this one of the times where I'm probably chill out for a minute. But I appreciate y'all tapping in with your boy, man. I appreciate y'all taking the time out to listen to what I got to say, adding on, all that good stuff. I'm gonna try to tap in with y'all tomorrow. But man, my clients that messed around and got me starting up a kickball team. So your boy about to have some kickball practice tomorrow. So I got to see how this is about to go, man. I don't know how this is about to go. But we're gonna try this out, man. They got me out here starting a kickball team. It's crazy out here. But so I may try to tap in with y'all tomorrow. If not, definitely see y'all Monday or Tuesday, one of those days. But I'm out, y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of this Saturday. Peace.